So I have a dilemma. I've been talking to this guy for a few months and it's been going well. We've hit it off straight away and have lots of things in common and it's going well so far. I mentioned him to one of my friends the other day and it turns out she knows him and they have mutual friends. She then proceeded to tell me that she knows his ex, who happens to be an OnlyFans model, and that it turns out they had made several sex tapes and videos together while they were together, and all of those are online. He hadn't mentioned this to me, and I'm not sure how to feel about this, as obviously I'm not as experienced as his ex is, and I don't know how to handle this information. I haven't told him I know yet, but I'm not sure what to do. P.S. I found the videos online. It wasn't that hard to find, but I'm yet to watch it. Do you guys think this is a red flag or not?
Which part? Him not telling her?
No, I'm just curious. No, I think she means tweeting the videos are a red flag.
Shorty's issue is that what she see?
She's not as experienced.
Yes, yeah, that's
actually her core issue.
Wow, that's
because I think if she felt like
that's actually mine.
She could match up. Yeah. I don't think she would mind.
But that he didn't tell her as well. It's her friend.
I think that he didn't tell her. I don't think she's as mad as the fact that he didn't tell her.
You think is that she's not?
I think she wants to. I think she's afraid of what she'll see inside the video.
No, who's doing just what it is?
Andrew, what do you think?
Because if she watches the video and she's like, oh, this is normal, I don't think she would have a big issue. But if she sees that one's leg hanging, that's a problem. She'll now start to feel a bit inadequate.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But she's saying, do I think it's a red flag? I don't think the fact that he did the videos is a red flag in and of itself.
Why not?
Like she needs to. So generally, what I find is when people send us stuff, it's the unsaid thing.
Yeah, there's always as in there's the issue that they're saying, and then there's the. I don't think in and of itself, him doing videos with his ex for her OnlyFans is a red flag. That's what they were doing at that time or whatever.
Well, how does she feel about it?
How does she feel about it? Number one, like if she doesn't want to be with a guy who you can see him doing stuff online, no. But I think the larger thing is that thing about
she's worried about.
I'm not as experienced as her,
which is why I don't think that it's a red flag for her.
Yeah,
because it doesn't seem like she has an issue with him being in.
I don't think the videos in and of themselves are a red flag. I'm wondering why he didn't tell her. That seems a bit strange.
About what?
If they're still early, if they're still early,
it
depends on how long they've been dating.
Yeah, if they've been talking,
she said a few months. Is that one not enough to say, by the way?
Well, it also depends
on videos of me with my ex or like, excuse me.
It's only Gen Z P, like that's a normal P, no?
Is that a normal P?
Isn't that normal? Like everybody's on OnlyFans, gives them that P.
Like who?
No, but like,
who do you know on OnlyFans?
Do you get? That's what I was about to say. Like, I don't know anybody on OnlyFans.
Is that Gen Z people?
I know one youngin that was in Green Springs.
Yeah.
He's on OnlyFans now. The guy gives them.
I know some people, but they're not like, you see, Nigerians.
No, fair. No, I think that there's that. And then you also, so when people ask us about what we think, I'm like, if fake him, and I don't think it's a big deal.
Will you now? Okay, so if we say it's a red flag, dump him.
Then will you go ahead to dump him?
Honestly,
do you think it's a red flag that she doesn't know about it?
I think the red flag is him not telling her, not the videos like themselves.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't find out from other people.
Yeah. Fair. I think you having like, I don't know if it's actual sex tape or just OnlyFans videos, which are a bit different. Whatever. You having videos of you doing things with your ex online, not saying them.
I think it depends on how long they've been dating.
I don't. A couple of months is enough for you to yam me that, by the way, if you search online, you can find me naked.
With my ex.
I think that is a very fair enough thing to come up. I would say like date 4 or 5. Very.
But it depends on how you see it. Some people actually don't see it as like, oh, something has to.
If you're dating the average Nigerian babe, trust me.
Are you telling me that?
I guarantee
you won't.
If it's me, it's something I might forget. I might forget to be
that might be like one of the.
Like
that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, like if I've been up too much, and then she's like, oh damn, I said, oh yeah.
You get
so you say yeah.
Like that happened at some point. You're right.
I mean, sure, but I don't know. I feel like it's weird to not say. So people talk about the exes when they get together, like their past maybe not their exes, but past relationship.
Why do you say him like that?
You say like that too.
Okay, you do know. I know on that. You don't talk about.
I think it's cool to have some conversations, but to me, I don't think like it's healthy to just always talk about it.
What?
No, not
As in,
always.
not to dwell.
Not always, but to even like
to just have
mention it more than like 4 times. I think it should be over. Like
the person like triggering for your mental health. They'll just say her name. You'll be like, hey.
Do you know what, babe? The first thing is, I think you should watch it.
Are you insane?
I'm not.
Is this where we're starting from?
It's true.
I think you should watch it.
This is where we're starting from.
Because when you watch this, you
know
how you actually feel.
If she's going to be angry, it's when she watches it that she'll be angry.
Yeah,
and if she's not going to be angry, it's when she watches it. But before she watches it, she doesn't. And then also, but the problem is that watching it might fundamentally ruin.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that
because if she watches it and she sees him having what she perceives to be a better time, this or that, babe, I can't recover from such a thing.
Yeah, man.
You can definitely recover.
No, I can't. Let me tell you one thing I can't recover. Pride will not allow me to. It's not even shame. Pride
I guess,
will not allow me to recover.
Yeah,
let me tell you what it is. If I see like the video and I think, okay, maybe he's visibly, compared to what I have experienced with him, visibly just having a grand
time, man.
In that video. And me, I've been with him, and this is not how he was shouting. Let me tell you, all of a sudden, I'm very angry.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's a huge red flag. I hate him. I can't even be with him.
I would say, though, because, like, I guess only fans like sex, like pornography, right? So it's like adult film.
Yeah.
So he could be acting as well. He could just be like, I'm being professional in the video.
Okay, why didn't you act with me?
Because
now.
Do you know what this is?
I'm getting to know you.
Do you know what this is? This reminds me of yesterday we're having this wild conversation about guys that invite their girlfriends to their weddings. Right? And so somebody asked, like, if you're the girlfriend, why would you go? Like, your boyfriend is getting married to somebody else. Why would you go for the wedding? And this friend of ours that is insane says, just think about it logically. He won't be happy if I'm not there.
It's true. That's playing her position.
He won't eat. He won't eat. He has to see his baby. I must be there. And I was dying of laughter because of the way she said it. She said, yes, that my baby won't be happy if I'm not there. Like, think about it logically. I have to be there so that he'll eat, he'll have a good time. He'll know that I support him. Like, you know.
I was like, people are insane. Insane.
So there's no overthinking.
Yeah. But yeah, to be honest, I think she has to watch it. For me, watching it will determine my next move.
I agree. I think she has to watch it, or else it's going to be like a passive-aggressive thing that just keeps
coming up.
Yeah.
The best case scenario is that it's a shit video and she can feel good about herself.
And if it's not,
worst case. Absolute worst case.
Yeah, but you need to figure out. I always tell people things. It's not us that will tell you how to feel. Figure out how you genuinely feel about these things, and don't feel bad if you think so. I think sometimes people make decisions based on, when I'm retelling the story, I don't want to sound like the bad person. So it's like, oh, so you're not open-minded. Oh, so you're not. But if you generally feel some kind of way and you can't handle it, that's also okay. You'd be like, I really like you.
We were in this same game that I was having a conversation. I said, fundamentally, when it comes to most things, I'm actually not open-minded. Like most of these, like,
to know yourself.
You know, most of these scenarios people bring up relationships. Yeah. I find that I'm never on the open side because I'm like, what sort of rubbish is this?
Yeah, it's good to know yourself.
Yeah, so I think people feel really, really bad because they think when I'm retelling the story, people will say, that's somehow. Yeah. But you can't live your life like that. If this thing is like, I'm sure this baby has been thinking about this thing. I'm
telling you, for her to write
what am I going to do?
She has been thinking. And then also the other friend that yarned her is also aware.
Yo, that's another thing.
Do you know how awkward another part? My friend has seen the person that I'm with also knocking another. Listen, there are layers to this issue.
No.
Now, when you think about it that way,
it's not that.
It changes. So you have to genuinely know how you feel about it. It's nobody's place to tell you how to feel about it. But maybe if Fakem is right, maybe watch you first and you can be like, nothing there now.
Yeah. Like, I think that watching it will determine how you feel.
So, I can definitely assure you that after watching it, that's the end.
Okay, up next, you have Jesus Be a Husband. Hi, FK Angela. This is about to be long, but I really want to hear your input. Shout out to you guys, by the way. Guys, I'm really tired. My mom has been putting immense pressure on me to get married and has now even involved celeb people. Guys, we're not even Christians. I've had several conversations with this woman about how the dating scene has been really difficult for me. And generally, I'm indifferent about having a partner. Like, if I end up with someone, that's cool. If I don't, that's fine. I'm also very hesitant about the whole marriage thing because, simply put, my parents were absolutely shit at it and still are. Like, literally, none of my siblings want to get married. My older siblings don't even have children and plan not to. That's how crap their union is. Anyway, I'm being told that a spiritual husband is the cause of my singleness. I said no, wahala. I indulged them and agreed to do prayers to banish the spiritual husband, thinking they'll free me. It didn't end there. Now I'm being asked to submit the name of every man I'm casually talking to.
Wow.
This thing is stressing me and pissing me the fuck off because I feel like no one is listening to me. When I tell my parents I'm not interested in a certain man that fancies me for reasons like maybe he already has a child, or some of them are actually in whole-ass relationships, or I'm just not interested, I'm told that my standards are way too high and I'm very proud. I'm being pressured into submitting these names for prayers. I'm being told that a woman without a man or no child has zero value. I'm in my late 20s, and these people are acting like me not wanting a relationship or taking my time to find a compatible person is a sin. There's a lot more to say, but I'll stop because it's too much and I'm very tired. I can't even discuss this with my friends because I actually cannot believe what my mom is putting me through. I'm on the verge of blocking her and all her advisors. Adulthood can't be kicking me in the ass like this while she adds more problems to my life. It's unnecessary. She must block. What are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
She must block. She must block. See, this is why people say you should do crack when you're like 15. So that your parents will... See, because it's only up from there.
Crack is crazy.
Do you know? It's only... Do you know how mad you... Do you know like if you move so mad.
You didn't even say they should get drunk and throw up. Crack cocaine.
And then what the people that say you should do crack at 15?
I'm like, Joe, where'd you get this from? No.
So that is a different world. You need to move so mad. Do you know I have a friend like that? That was a terror when we were in secondary school.
So now everything
he
is
was
cool.
just such a problem child, like such a stressor for his family. And now he does basic things and everybody is just so overjoyed.
Wow.
His mom is like, he finished university. When he got in, she was like, he got in. He's going. Do you know he's going? This is cool. Okay, he finished school.
Bro, put the standards under the ground.
Yeah. So, and everybody needs to know you have this. So like my youngest brother, nobody, me and the middle child are actually a lot more reasonable. Our youngest is so unreasonable a lot of the time that their conversations, like, my dad will say, please, I want to talk to this boy about this thing. How are you thinking? Should I go ahead? Cause this nigga crazy. So I think there are kids that like, they just give an air of like,
don't disturb
me. Sure.
And I understand like this is not atypical. Like maybe not the whole select thing, but the average Nigerian parent, trust me, people don't really talk about it as much.
This is a lot, but like, the submitting names thing is
that's crazy.
It's very wild. It's like as in
that's wild.
We passed an area of normalcy here, but a lot of pressure. A lot of people
about
are
getting married.
Pressure.
Trust me,
and a lot of people are even doing just little things like I have a friend that any man her mom sees her with. As in,
well, I just don't understand why moms are so like. I don't guess it. Why are they so hell-bent when most of them are in unhappy situations?
No, it depends. So there's lots of things. So Nigerian parents have markers of success. So I raise a child to a certain level. They go to school. They get a job. They can take care of themselves and they have a family. Those are markers they have done well. And more importantly, my mom has said this in a joking way before that, look, it's very distressing to think that, okay, so the child I raised, nobody wants them.
Wow.
So nobody likes you.
There's a lot of like societal things.
Honestly, it reflects well on them. It's not even just
a big deal.
You getting married. It's the way you marry,
who you marry, and how.
Like all these things are like people are telling them, well done.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like marriage has. I mean, I don't know if it's only a Nigerian thing, but like it's definitely like a status thing for sure. Like here.
Also in Nigeria, let's call it a thing. I think at least for women, really a second class person.
Do you know that people have said
your life gets very hard.
And a married woman. They're just. Like the average rate, the people rate you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like the way people
once you're somebody's wife, very serious.
You hear people saying things like, "Don't talk to me like that. I'm a married woman."
I could be wrong.
That's true. Don't talk to me like that. I'm a married woman. Don't you know I'm a married woman?
I could be wrong, but isn't there like laws about like even like living?
It's also
about attached to like if you're
so there are little things like a lot of, you can like in a lot of places, single women cannot wear places because they have this idea that you'll be entertaining men. And I'm like, okay, so men that are single, what are they doing?
It's true.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's really rough.
So it's a status symbol, and it's just our culture is so obsessed with like the appearance of things.
I do have another question though. Why is it so hard for people to get married now?
Okay, why didn't you marry?
No, I'm just asking generally.
No, me too. I'm asking.
No, I'm asking you guys. Like, I'm like, what do you think?
I think
what's happening on the streets. I think things have casted.
No,
to it. I do.
I think we don't have. I think we don't have money. When my father was 28, look,
That's a good shout.
I'm not joking. My dad,
Honestly,
had me when he was 28.
I don't think it's the
my
money
mother
thing.
was 25 or 26. My mom wanted to move back.
I definitely think it's bread.
It's money.
No.
I don't.
I agree with you.
1 million.
Shola is 100% right.
Look,
I think it's bread.
It's economics. Like my dad didn't have a fabulous job. He was on his first job.
Yeah.
His girlfriend was like, oh, wants to go back to England.
They could have a house and all that.
My dad was renting his own apartment and rented my mother an apartment.
Yeah.
And he wasn't he wasn't
like,
dying.
Even that
it's
one.
a luxury.
Even that one today. But what as in the way they could meet each other. Yeah, that's not what's happening now.
Fake me.
That's not what's happening now.
I'm telling you, the way they could meet each other.
Dating, all this thing has fundamentally shifted.
Fake me.
What's changed about
it?
What's different about
it? Has become a very, very messy.
You can just access them so fast. You don't get so excited anymore.
The whole thing has changed. That's true.
But even the way we date, a lot of it has to do with financing.
In a way, but I don't think that's the fundamental
problem. I think that is actually the bottom line.
I don't think it's bottom line.
I think it's bottom line. Because at the end of the day, if a young nigga wants to date,
I don't think it's bottom line. See, before people, you meet 3-4 people, you're like, okay, which one am I going to marry? This one I'm going to marry. There's so many other things that are part of the game now that are not non-financial.
But the 3 or 4...
You see through the storm, take me as I am. Baby, it's magic, every time I look to you. I'm